Welcome to Talk Purpose and Truth, shifting you into higher consciousness. A show that elevates, uplifts, and encourages listeners to grow, heal, awaken, and evolve. Eden and Kim include bold topics, interviews with inspiring guests, experts, and celebrities, intuitive readings, channeled messages, mental health awareness, and hot topics to expand your awareness.
If you have a goal and you really put your mind to something and you put your full effort into it and you don't quit, there's no reason why you can't achieve that goal. And that's kind of what I wanted to show people with Set the Bar Project.
So did that help you kind of get pulled out of the depression and more into something like having a purpose?
100%. So, yeah, last year like I said, I was just really unhappy with my life, pretty much in terms of every facet of my life, my fitness, my mental health, my work, my relationships. I got into, and last year I went through a really bad breakup and that was really hard for me. But it all kind of came together at once and
Usually does.
yeah. And there was I just had enough. Like I didn't want to feel like that anymore. And I pretty much made a vow to myself that I'm going to do everything in my willpower to just try to work to become the best version of myself. And that was my goal. Just every day, I just want to get a little bit better. And over time, I knew if I just kept that mentality, that compounding interest will add up over time. And yeah, little by little, I feel like it has.
Well, it's always like work, and it's always work in progress too. So I'm sure, I mean, the way Kim and I look at those things is they all happen for a reason and for a higher purpose. And it's, to wake us up to something that we're missing and how to help ourselves in some way, how to heal ourselves, how to pay more attention to take better care of ourselves. It's always about us in some way, even though someone else might have hurt us. So that's a journey.
Yes.
So you just started on a whole healing journey that will go
Yeah.
on always, you'll always be on that.
Mm-hmm. But what I also realized is when people are feeling like at the lowest point of their life, they could also kind of twist it and use it to their advantage as well. Because where I was at that point, I knew it couldn't get any worse, or I felt like it couldn't get any worse. And I felt like if I just started changing my daily habits, started working on things that I enjoy, or not even enjoy, just start trying to work towards a goal. And even if you don't like that goal, you could change it. But I realized that that depression, I kind of just used it as fuel. I knew I could become better. I knew I was unhappy. I knew I could improve on different areas in my life. And I, yeah, I during that time, during that time, I deactivated all my social media for like 3 months. I didn't talk to any of my friends. I didn't go out. I'm an accountant by day, so all I did was study for my CPA exam and just work out. So I did that for 3 months straight. Wake up, work out, study in the morning, work 8 hours during my day job, study a little bit more at night, and then work out. And I just did that for 3 months straight. And over time, I knew that as long as I'm consistent and I'm working towards a goal, like I know I'm improving, and I just wanted to just get a little better, and it just adds up.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
What about what it makes me think of is that there are a lot of people out there that go through a lot of hitting bottom moments, like a breakup and, not being happy in certain areas, or maybe even not liking who they've become. And instead of moving forward, they stay stuck and start being a martyr and blaming others.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up in that place for years or maybe forever. What do you feel made you realize and shift that? And then what advice do you have? Like, if somebody is like that, how do they get motivated toward that goal?
100%. I used to have that mentality, like that victim's mentality, like why me? Why me? I used to wake up feeling sorry for myself every day. And what I realized is studying through the CPA, I mean, I'm very thankful for my accounting job, which I still work for. And it's something that I really enjoy because it gives me the flexibility to do the things that I like. But I knew it wasn't my passion. I was working, I spent 500 hours studying for the CPA. And I didn't end up taking that test, but just doing something over and over every single day, it gave me that discipline and it gave me that consistency. And I kind of just asked myself, man, I'm doing all this work towards something I don't love. What if I actually put this time and effort into something that I care about, what I'm passionate about? And what helped me was just really think. I really tried to hone in on what do I like? What are my passions? And I kind of just went to my roots. Like I love working out, I love competition, I love competing every day. And I feel like I that's where I'm the best version of myself. And I feel like if people could find their passions and work towards their passions, even if it's not even for monetary value, like I'm not doing this for any like profit. I'm doing it to try to raise awareness for mental health, and all the proceeds are going to that. But for me, like I'm not doing this for money. Like I just want to inspire people and show people like, look, like with hard work and dedication and consistency, like you could change your life around and you could work towards that goal, whatever you're doing. But I think finding your passion and what you like doing is one of the biggest things.
Yeah, because it helps you to when you decide I need to find out what my passion is, what I feel called to do. It's that's a way to get more aligned with who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes away those layers of the ego and the fear and the victim mentality, because it's all there,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes we are not aware, and it's like getting to that higher conscious place, that aware self-awareness. But I know I have a lot of people that come to me and they say, well, I don't know what my purpose is. So they just kind of stay stagnant. But you are an inspiration that you didn't allow that to happen.
Yeah. And I think you hit on something important. Like, even if you don't feel you're good at it, just keep going and doing it. And this is the thing too, is I forget the exact amount of hours it is, but it takes a certain number of hours to become an expert at something. And so it's encouraging if somebody goes, well, I love this, but I'm not good at it. But if you actually spent those, whatever, 1,000 hours or 500 hours, and all of a sudden you'll look and go, wow, I'm better now. And oh my gosh, I've become good at this. And I think sometimes people hold things to such a high standard, like they'll compare themselves to some, multimillionaire or celebrity, instead of going, you know what, I can be good at this for this amount of people, or for myself, or, what I mean? And it's interesting because the other day when we did a workshop about following your dreams and finding your purpose, most of the people that we talked to were saying that they don't feel like it's almost like they feel like a fraud, or they don't want to admit they're wanting to do something, and like with what Eden and I do with intuitive work or being a medium, a lot of people get afraid to be seen as weird. So they don't admit that, oh, I'm intuitive and I want to do that for a living, So I think it's also bravery that you were just like, oh, well, I'm going to not focus so much on my career, and I'm going to focus on something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah, exactly. And I really didn't know like where this journey would take me. Like I could have got injured. I still don't really know how my body would hold up. So I really just kind of took a chance on me, and I was just like, okay, like I'm going all in on this. Like whatever happens, if I fail, I fail. At least I could say I gave it my best shot, and then I could always go back to study for the CPA, like worst case scenario, like but at
Or
least
do something else.
yeah, or something else. So like exactly, do something else with fitness. But I kind of just went all in with something I knew that I would enjoy, something I knew that I was passionate about. And yeah, here we are, 206 days into my journey.
Yeah, we
And
want to hear about how is that? Like, how did you get to that? And like, it makes me think of you should go on America's Got Talent. Like, even though that probably wouldn't be something you'd win because they wouldn't do a show. But I see on there that they'll have people doing world records, and it gets you that notice and that exposure, especially if it's for mental health.
That's true. That's a really good idea. I'll apply.
we'll see you on there next season.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So how did you start, and what is the journey? Is it like you do a certain amount a day for 365 days? Yeah, you can explain it.
So I actually started my world record journey on January 1st. So when the ball dropped for New Year's, that's when I started my first workout, my first live stream, and my goal for the month of January was to do 1,000 pull-ups a day for
Wow.
30 days straight.
Wow.
And I knew during this time there are no long-term pull-up records. There are for push-up records, or there are for push-ups. So there's like world records for most push-ups in a year, but no one has set a world record for most pull-ups in a year. So I wanted to set 3 world records in 2023. So
3.
yes. So one was most pull-ups in 1 month, which I set in January, which was 31,125 pull-ups in 30 days.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
And then 25 days ago, I set my second world record, which was most pull-ups in 6 months, which is a 180-day time frame, and I did 201,000 pull-ups in 180.
Oh my gosh.
So I've been doing over 1,000 pull-ups a day for 206 days now, and my goal is to do 1,000 pull-ups a day for the entire year.
Wow. And do you ever get like you do it no matter what? Like, what if you feel sick or you just don't?
Yeah, I power through, and luckily I haven't been sick for the entire year. Definitely worked through soreness and being tired and fatigue, but I'm trying to do something no one's ever done before, and I do want to be the best at pull-ups. I do want to try to break the 24-hour record. That's like the pinnacle of pull-ups. So it does take a lot to be the best. So, but I do think it's doable, and I do want to work towards it.
Well, one thing is you have determination, and you just said, I want to be the best, like, and I think I can do it. So you believe it. And I think that's half the battle right there, that you actually believe it. You probably even can envision it. You see it.
Yeah, I kind of built belief in myself throughout this journey, because I mean, doing 1,000 pull-ups a day kind of sounds crazy to the normal person, and everyone tells me that. Everyone tells me I'm crazy. Everyone's like why are you pushing yourself to to the limits every single day, it seems like unreasonable. But in my eyes, like I know I could do it. For me, it's just like a 2 hour workout. I'm just moving for 2 hours straight. And I know you have to train like this if you want to attempt to break like the 24-hour record. And I kind of have the mentality that no one's really going to outwork me. I know like there are many other competitors who are trying to break the 24-hour record, but I don't think anyone's outworking me or putting the reps in and the time in. So I do believe that I could have a chance at breaking the record, even though I get a lot of doubt and a lot of backlash. But if no one tries it, then we'll never see it if it could happen.
Yeah.
Well, right.
Yeah.
It's the saying goes, if you don't try, it's always a no.
Exactly. And it's a dream of mine, so I just want to pursue my dreams and see what could happen with it.
Yeah. And then what happens when you get there? Then what?
Then what? Then man, it'd be really cool if I could become like a life coach or a trainer and help have uh like build just help people individually, help them on a personal level. I feel like it'd be nice to just have some downtime and just use what I've learned through this journey to help people one-on-one. I feel like that's where I'm my best. I feel like I could really connect with someone and give them just the tips on how to be consistent, how to stay consistent. Because I feel like consistency and discipline is one of the biggest things if you're trying to work towards a specific goal. And I know what it takes to definitely be disciplined and consistent every day.
Yeah,
But
I have a life coach certification program, and many of the people that have gotten certified are trainers, and it goes hand in hand because a lot of times people are, they're going to get in shape, but they're having so much stuff going on mentally that they need both. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's a question that I was wondering about too, is this something that what you're doing right now, is this keeping you from feeling like the emotions?
good question. I mean, it definitely takes up a lot of my time. And it definitely takes up my ability to like have a relationship with someone. Like I know like if I started dating or try to put that time into someone else, I probably wouldn't be the person that I know I could be towards that person. So yeah, right now I'm kind of just focused on me right now. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it is kind of lonely at times. But luckily, I mean, it's a good outlet to kind of get those feelings out, which kind of helps me.
Yeah, that is definitely, and we always need a healthy outlet.
Because I mean, every time I finish my workout, even though I'm exhausted, like 20 minutes later, I'm like, man, I got it done again. Like the streak's still alive. Like I made history again, and I just feel a lot better than when I started, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I mean, so many people, when they're in depression or anxiety or worry or overwhelmed, they're reaching for, sweets, or they're going shopping or drinking, or, and so really having a variety of healthy outlets for people and realizing like that can actually make you feel even better, because the other stuff makes you feel better only for if that, a few minutes or something, and then you feel like worse afterward. And so I think this is really inspiring, especially when people think, oh, well, I can't do that or something like that. And you're like, no, just take it little steps by little steps,
Exactly.
How many can you do in 1 minute?
Show us. No, I'm kidding.
Let's see, in 1 minute, I think I could get like I've actually never done that before. Like maxed out for 1 minute. I think I could get close to 35 or 40.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So because you're spreading it over a couple hours each day. So you're not like
No,
trying to go fast.
no, I do try to go fast. So I'll
Oh,
try. I I'll probably average 10 pull-ups a minute on the minute for like 2 hours.
mm.
So that's what yeah, that's my try to average. But yeah, today I was able to get a 30-minute lunch workout in, which was really nice. So I was able to knock out like 300 pretty quickly.
Nice.
And now
But
I imagine it probably doesn't like you don't feel it at that point. 300 is probably like two for us.
yeah, yeah, I've worked up to it. But what I was gonna say, what really helped me, I mean, to be honest, the world record idea, it kind of fell into my lap like at the end of November around Thanksgiving time. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I I want to try it out, see if I could do it. And but I wasn't training to do like 1,000 pull-ups any day. I only had a month really to figure out how to do 1,000 a day. Um, but that time when I was studying for the CPA, the workouts I would be doing was I would I would try to make the workouts a little bit fun for me. So I would go into the gym and be like, okay, today I just gonna do push-ups. And I want to see, I won't leave the gym until I could do 500 push-ups, no matter like how long it takes me. So I just set a goal and I would just try to burn out that specific muscle. Or I would do like planks. I'd be like, okay, I want to do 30 minutes of planks today. Like even if I have to take a rest,
Mhm.
like no matter what, I'm just gonna try to reach a goal. So I went into the gym, picked a number, and be like, okay, I'm not gonna walk out of the gym until I reach that number. So that mentality and that kind of training just kind of helped me mentally prepare for the record, even though I wasn't
Mhm.
really training for it.
Yeah, it's so mental, isn't it?
It's all mental.
Yeah.
That's what they're true.
Yeah.
So
Everything is.
yeah,
Yeah.
this has been so inspiring and like makes me kind of go. Our listeners where to find you, and also tell us a little bit more about your the Set the Bar project and what is your goal for the mental health.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys could follow me on Instagram, Set the Bar Project, and on YouTube if you want to see like my live workouts, my live daily workouts. I post every single workout live every day on Set the Bar Project on YouTube. But I on my Instagram, I have a GoFundMe link for a yeah, I have a GoFundMe link for donations for a nonprofit organization called NAMI. It's a National Alliance of Mental Illness. So all donations are going to be going to um, National Alliance of Mental Illness in San Diego. Um,
Nice.
and I have a good relationship with them. So it's really nice because all the money that I raise, it's going to be going directly to people that aren't like need help now at this moment. So it's really nice because I feel like that's when people actually need help
Right.
when they're struggling and they don't know what to do. So I do have a GoFundMe link if you guys are interested in donating. And I do have a goal. I mean, I set a very high goal to raise $100,000 for
Mhm.
NAMI at the end of
Nice.
right now I have I think around 3,000, but hey, it's doable, you know, with the power of social media and the power of
Go on AGT. That'll get you there.
I feel like I'm starting to build a community where people believe in me and people believe that I could accomplish whatever I set my mind to. So, hey, it's a big goal, but anything's possible. That's what I believe.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, good for you. That's inspiring too. And we're definitely in support of the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on, Jordan. And I'm sure you're going to motivate a lot of people, and we'll keep posted on all your, you know, world records and progress. And thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, and we'll definitely talk soon.
Awesome. Yes. And listeners, thank you for listening. And if you want more info on my life coach course, it is lessonsfromconfidence.com/certification.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to Talk Purpose and Truth podcast. Find out more at talkpurposeandtruth.com. And follow us at Talk Purpose Truth on Instagram and Facebook.